It's a game just to illustrate the choices. This is the Alekhine defense. I'll just get this out of the way.
Check.
You can see I've gone for a very aggressive variation. It was a bad move. I should have taken that pawn. Here I should have taken the queen. I didn't see it.
Check.
Or I didn't choose to do it. Can't remember which. And
check.
Ended up forcing the exchange here. So because I've taken the queen, you know, I've had to exchange the queen that way. It's moved my king out of the ability to castle, which is a pain in the ass. But anyway, that's not really what this game is about.
Queenside castling.
He's got the right bishop here to get me here, looking to skewer me against the rook.
Check. Check. Check.
So
check.
He really had me on the run. I was quite glad to exchange the bishop, get that pawn safe.
Check.
And these two knights could be lethal. I'd rather have one knight than two. You have to be very careful with your major pieces against knights. I decided to go for this kind of idea. Get each rook on its own rank. And he decided to just exchange off one of them. One knight is easy to keep an eye on. Two are very difficult. And now he advances. I push the knight away. And I bring this over here with the idea that I'm going to start advancing these pawns because I've got a passed pawn here. I've actually got 4 pawns for 1, which is not bad in exchange for a knight. And now he's going to clearly try and trade off some more material. So I start this pawn exchange going, and instead of taking this rook, I don't want his rook on my 7th rank, on his 7th rank I should say. Instead I double mine so that I can just recapture and I can keep control of my 2nd rank, which is extremely important. And now I couldn't recapture that pawn. That had been left hanging, unfortunately. That exchange, if I recapture, he recaptures with the knight, and then we can have all sorts of horrible things like this happening. And you know, I didn't want that. So I just had to move the king forward. It was one way of dealing with it. And now at least I still have 2 passed pawns.
Check. Check.
Now the thing is how to bring these babies home. One is down already, one's gone. Still got one. And I couldn't believe he traded that off. So now I've got a passed pawn on the 4th rank for a knight. I think that's probably about even. Given where his king is, he may even have a slight advantage, but he didn't quite play it right, and I got forward in time, as you can see. I didn't actually play that as well as I could have done. I should have really been there. He could have got the king in front of me there. And now he's trying to waste moves because he wants me to be in Zugzwang rather than him. And that's what this part is about. Now I've just got to bring this pawn home. The 3 pawns I've got down there will exchange off his 3 pawns, no problem. So he can't do anything there unless he brings the king down to help them. But if he brings the king down to help them, he can't protect the knight, and you'll see that. So it looks like he could win this pawn, but... And, you know, he should have really pushed the king forward rather than the knight, so that was good for me. And now I just need... See, he's got my queenie screw I covered, so... But the last thing I want to do is exchange that potential queen for a knight when he is so close to my pawns and I'm further away. He's going to get something queened first if we exchange this material. I need this queen, and this is the choice of this game. It's the choice between, you know, which side of the board do you try and queen, do you try and sort out. So I really didn't have a hope in hell of running to help my pawns. So back we go. His king looks like he might be making a run for it. So I just waste a move here to give him, see what he does, and he's belting for it. Because he's thinking I'm now going to queen, he's going to trade his knight for a queen, and then he's going to easily beat me after having got rid of my pawns that are in the way of his. But watch what happens next. I decide I can't. This is the only way I can get out of here because those two white squares are covered by his knight. I'll just go back and show you. They're the only two squares I can go to. So I go here, which looks odd, probably to him if he doesn't realise what squares his knight is covered. But the point is, I'm going to chase his knight away.
Check.
Yes, a blockade, but it's a useless blockade.
Check.
And now you see from here, there's nothing his knight can do to stop the queen, because he's marking the square from a position from which I can take him. So let his king carry on. Grab the knight. Don't queen first. Grab the knight. Let his king do what he's going to do.
Promotion to queen.
Get the queen, and as it happens, it's on a very, very useful square there.
Check.
It's an insta-check with a free pawn, and probably wasn't the right move from him.
Check.
Another pawn.
Check.
Another check. And after this, there's nothing he can do. So, just very instructive. Kicking the knight is so crucial. You don't want to trade that knight for the pawn.